So you've had a couple of weeks to reflect on this run for president. What do you make of it?
I mean, I think that the biggest frustration for me is that we have so many people in our party who complain about Donald Trump, but none of them are willing to do the hard work that needs to be done to rid our party and our country
privately.
Right. Yeah. But they're unwilling to do any of the hard work that's necessary to rid our party and our country of Donald Trump. But, you know, to me, George, the entire primary was over the night of the first debate.
Why?
Because when they ask you, would you still support him if he was a convicted felon? And 6 of the 8 people raised their hands on that stage. What it says to the largest debate audience we were ever going to have during the primary is his conduct is normal. 6 of these 8 candidates who are running against him say it's okay. So how do you expect voters to think it's not okay?
But what does it say about the Republican Party right now that you get booed when you say you wouldn't vote for a convicted felon to be president of the United States?
It says that none of the people in leadership have been willing to do the hard work to push back against Donald Trump's lies.
Your critics say it took you too long to get there.
Well, as all of them lag far, far behind me.
Nikki Haley's still running in South Carolina. Does she have any chance?
I mean, hard for me to say. It doesn't look like it. I mean, you know, the polling, interestingly, has been pretty accurate this year. New Hampshire ended pretty much the way we had polled we thought it would end.
Which is why you got out?
To me, once I became convinced I couldn't beat him in New Hampshire, it was time to get out.
Then you had that hot mic moment.
She's going to get smoked, and you and I both know it. She's not up to this.
What was going on there?
I'll tell you, George, it was a complete mistake. But the way I found out is actually the funniest part of the story. I had my phone on vibrate, but the only person whose ringtone burst through when I have it on vibrate is my son, Andrew. And the phone rang, and I picked it up, and I said, I'm getting ready to go out. He goes, hot mic, hot mic, hot mic. He was in the Dominican Republic watching on the live stream, and that's how I found out that the mic was hot.
Did you hear from Nikki Haley?
I did the next day. Yep. Yeah, it was a 45-second conversation. She told me, I know it's a personal decision to get in a race, and it's a tough decision to get out. I heard everything you said last night, including the hot mic. And I said, uh-huh. And she said, well, good luck. And I said, good luck to you.
So she didn't ask for an apology, you didn't give one?
No, there's no apology warranted.
Can you imagine endorsing her a little bit down the road?
No, not based on what she said. And look, imagine the position I'd be in if I endorsed someone who then turned around and endorsed Donald Trump. I'm not going to be put in that spot again, George. I made a decision in 2016, the only time in my political career, where I endorsed someone purely for political reasons, even though I had some misgivings. And that's when I endorsed Donald Trump. And it was the biggest mistake I made in my political career. And I'm just not going to repeat that mistake for anybody.
Republicans, if Donald Trump won, would probably control the Senate. We don't know that they would control the House. We could be back in automatic impeachment land a week into the presidency.
And look, I think if the Senate had done their job in January of 2021 and convicted him, which I believe he'll be convicted by a jury of his peers for that conduct,